All right, party people. My name is Jeremy from Jambalaya Plays Games, and today I'm talking about Black Sonata by John Keane, published by Sideroom Games. This game actually was nominated for a Golden Geek in 2017. This is a solo game. This is for us, the solo gamer, me, you, okay? One player, 30 minutes, and this is a deduction and hidden movement game. What you're trying to do is find the Dark Lady. This is from Shakespearean lore. You're running around London, different locations, trying to find her identity by deducting from clues and around the city. Once you find 3 of these clues or traits of that person, there'll be portraits of this woman on here, whatever, different people you're looking through. You will find 3 of these clues, you'll put them here, you have to find her one more time, catch her where she is at one of these locations, and then you can solve the puzzle. But it's not that simple. What you can do on your turn is very simple. So let me just talk about a couple other things with setup. This is your stealth deck. This is the icons that match these locations on the deck. She will move through these one per turn, and we will kind of have our actions to do. Now, how this is built is really neat, okay? So this deck has these sequences. It has a top and it has a bottom. Let me bring that just a tad closer so you can see what I'm talking about. So it has a top, it has a bottom. Why is that not focusing? Then at the bottom, or whatever area you choose, so if I chose this H, oh boy. All right, so if I chose this third sequence, which I did right here, it would go to Z, then it goes to Y, then it goes to X, and it goes basically in alphabetical order upside down, like right here. I started with A, then I moved to B, okay? So what you have is 8 different ways to make this game work, top or bottom. Okay, and then you also have this card, which is the indicator of how many times you can go through this deck. I can go through 2, I can go through 1, and then when I go to 0, I lose the game. Another losing condition is going through this fog deck right here, and I'll talk about how that's incorporated into the gameplay. So let me just get right to it. All right, the turn sequence is actually pretty clear, and I'll just want to highlight this card right here. I love the setup of this game, and I also love just this player aid. I love player aids in games, and especially because this one actually has the setup and the here, I'm gonna put it a little bit better. It has the setup and how to play on here, which is just, those are just 2 big pluses for me. Okay, wow, there we go. Finally we got some focused here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to it here. Okay, so I picked a place to start. Let me just draw all the way in. Okay, I picked the place to start. It has 3 icons. I figure I got a good chance there. And what's going to happen at the beginning of the turn is she is going to move. Okay. So she moves to icons where there is a church symbol. So that means she's moved once, and in the beginning of the game, she will move once. Okay. She won't run until we find a clue about her. Now she could be all the way over here, as you can see. All the icons with the church symbol on them. She could be there. Now, what I can do on my turn is I can move to another location. I could search for her if she was here, if I had a matching icon, or I could just pass. Okay. If there was a fall card on top, I could use that too. And those have effects that are good, bad, and ugly. But hopefully, we'll just kind of go through those at the end. Nothing's happening, but I'll know she's only going to move 1 space. Okay, so she could move from here to there, here to there. Maybe she's here, she moves there. Maybe she's here, she moves there or there. I'm going to risk it, okay? I'm going to stay where I'm at and risk it, okay? Because what if one of these 2 are right and she comes this way, right? Here we go. Coins. No, she moved this way. She moved that way. So now I kind of have an idea which way she went. But I was at this location, so I get to grab that. And why are these important? I'm going to bring these over. That was Blackfriars. I want to go to all the locations, too, because if I go to all these location cards in this whole thing, I get a chance to get a clue. So I want to make sure I get clues, too. And with that being said, she's there. I'm going to move down here. I'm going to try to meet her over here at this bank. I'm going to try to get to her. Okay? She moves again. So she moves to the houses. So move this way. Oh, hold up. Excuse me. Oh, Lord. She went where I was at. So I'm good. I'm so good. This is cool. All right, I'm meeting her right here. So I'm going to get a chance to see her right away, hopefully. All right, I'm being very positive about this. I don't always get so lucky right away. And what you're doing is, and this is how the mechanism works, you're going to put a fall card under here to hide the next location she would be at. Okay. Then you're going to take the location card. You see this little punch hole in the card? We will put that just like this, okay, over it. And this is the only fiddly part about this game. And what you're looking for is a black silhouette. It's on the card already, but of course we can't get it. It should be like that. And if we did, we would get a clue card over here, but we didn't. So now we know she wasn't there. Boom. Okay, we messed up. Okay, but we know, hey, I got to keep this location because I went there. I got to keep you want to keep the location. So she wasn't there. That stinks. Okay, but I know that maybe she went this way or that way. Then maybe she's over here. Like I know she's not here right now or around this area. Okay, so I gotta keep moving. Here we go. She moves. So to the coins. Now she's at the coin. She's at the coin. She might be right here, right? She might be right here. This might be her right here. All right. So, but I gotta move. I'm gonna move to south. Okay, I want to move to south. What is that? South work. Okay, here we go. To the house. 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 All right. Boy. I'm actually gonna wait and see if she comes back this way. I'm guessing. I'm so guessing, and I don't even know if that's the right move, but I'm such an idiot. I'm gonna go for it. Here we go. Oh no. So straight. I've definitely lost her track. I'm like so guessing right now, and that's not good. Okay. But what I did get to do is go through Southwark, so I get to put that location. So I'm gathering these locations because, you know, hopefully I run into a clue with her and I can get one, but maybe I won't. Okay, I'm gonna try to get to one clue. Let's try like at least 2 more turns, and then I'll explain how the other stuff works. All right, so I'm just gonna move up this way for the sake of, for the sake of all that is holy gaming here. All right, so she's back at the houses here. She's moving. She's moving back there. She's moved back here. All right, I'm just going to try to meet her over here. So let's just go. Let's go. I'm going to move up this way. What do you know? She's here. Beer. No beer. All right, so she's having a beer. Somehow, some way. I don't know how that happened, but she got there. She went back. Great. Okay, so now I'm at East Chip. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle in this fall card. Now notice there are actually only 10 of these cards here. There are only 10 of these cards here, so there's also a way you burn through your deck is by getting these clues. Every time I take a shot at these clues, I could lose the game just by going through these and missing, misfiring. Let's see here. Come on, be a clue, dude. Yes, it is! That's how you know it's a clue. So, let's talk about that. When you get a clue, look like that, you'll see the silhouette in there. By the way, great little script in here. I'm not going to read it, but what happens is you get a clue from the clue deck. Okay, so this goes out of the game. All right, put that right there, and then you get a clue. Now, when you look at the clue card, you want it to match the color, the icon that's on here. So you look at your blue icon here, and you match it with one that's on here. That will tell you specifically on this card which one of these icons are worth anything or not. Usually they'll say 1 or 0, like they'll say 2 or 0 and 2, like that. That's how they'll look on all the other cards. So each card has their own little combos of things like that. So this is actually what you'll keep. You want to keep one of these. Okay, so you keep that with you, and as you gather more clues, you start to deduce things. Okay, but also that makes you push through the deck faster. Okay, so she's gonna go. Okay, she's gonna move. Now she's gonna move faster. Okay, so now you got movement. There's going to be a lot more movement, and as you get more clues, you're going to be adding more of these things to the deck, adding more, hopefully getting lucky enough to get more clues, but at the same time, she's going to be moving through this deck faster. Okay, so you get 2 more clues. Now she's moving at 3 at a time when you start to solve these things. So it gets real amped up. You do run out of time most times, and you don't win all the time. Doesn't mean it's lucky. It just means you got to start, it's a deduction game. And it's actually a pretty smart one. There's also these cards, like I said, the fall cards you're shuffling in. One of your moves is that you can actually use one of these if you see it on the top of your deck, but they do things like you reveal a new clue card. That's actually a good one to your benefit. Let's see, discard a card of your choice and then draw another from the clue deck. So you can get rid of a set of clues that you probably have deduced that aren't worth anything to you, and you can make a new one. That's fine. Move your pawn to a neighboring location. Maybe that helps you get to where you need to go and meet up with her because you might be 2 spaces away. That helps. Discard this card. Why is this bad? Because if you get through this deck too fast, then you don't win. One of the hardest things to do is get to the end and figure out that you think you have the 3 clues. And then you can't find a way because you have to find her one last time. And then that's kind of like the confronting part, and then you win the game. And with that being said, honestly, this game is just awesome. It is actually for what I call, it's for us. It's the type of game that you can take with you on the go. It is the type of game that can even be whittled down to just the board and the cards. You don't even need this stuff. You don't need these little, as a matter of fact, these little black cubes are actually just better because I'm showing you the game, than not necessarily need those when you're playing. Just a really quick setup, doesn't waste a second of your time. I may just do a write-up for it, but I feel like the gameplay is actually the way you want to see it, because you're like, wait, 1-player deduction, what the heck am I looking at here? Okay, yeah. So this is a really smart game. I'm really blown away by it. And like I said, once again, when you finish it up, you should have these matching icons, and you would do that by looking at these cards and compiling a bunch of information by just looking at all 3 of these cards. Like I have 3 cards here. If I wanted to confront her, I would have to look at all these and kind of have an idea of what these icons are, just based on what I have. And that's what you're doing. You're chasing, you're hunting, you're looking, and you might have to guess. You might have to guess towards the end, or you may run out of guesses. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this playthrough. I don't do these very often, or overviews or previews. I'm new to the video game. But if you have any questions, just leave comments below. I'll leave a link to the Kickstarter. You can also see my actual written blog reviews over at JambalayaPlaysGames.com, and I can be followed on Twitter at JambaPG. Once again, thank you for your time. This has been Black Sonata by Side Room, published by Side Room Games and by John Keane. It's on Kickstarter right now. And with that, I say good day, party people.